Now I would like to discuss about the functions in C programming. So this is one of the important and major topic in C language about the functions. What is a function and what we are going to be other names for the functions? Generally, the functions are called routines and subprograms. Routines or subprograms or procedures in several languages. In each and every language, there are the functions. So the definition of the function is a function. A function is a self-referential structure. Self-referential structure. What is meaning of the self-referential structure? That means the function as it is or looks like a main program. We know that in C language there is a main function which is only identified by the C compiler, right? And we know that each and every C program execution start from main and end with the main, right? So in the main program, what are there? Local declarations, local declarations, and executable statements. Executable statements, or we are going to call them also instructions. Similarly, the function also has the same structure. So, generally, we define the function as a self-referential structure. Now, we would like to discuss about why we are going to use the functions. Functions are used, main purpose of the functions are used for the modularity. Modularity. What is the meaning of the modularity? Suppose for consider one problem. For this problem, to solve this problem, we are writing a very lengthy code. Very lengthy code. To understand this code or to debug, that means to find out errors or to manage or to modify this code is very difficult or complex. For that reason, we divide the problem into the sub problems. Suppose like that, this is one module and this is another module and this is another module, right? So for module 1, module 2 and module 3, we solve the problem module wise and then we are going to be adding all these modules. We are getting the results of the problem, that is M1 plus M2 plus M3 is giving the solution for this main problem. Okay, we can understand this one. Otherwise, I will giving a general example. Let us consider a simple example. Let us consider 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 9 plus 3. Let us consider this is a big problem. So generally, how we are going to be solve this problem, right? 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 7, 13, 13 plus 5, 18, 18 plus 6, 24, 24 plus 8, 32, 32 plus 9, 41, 41 plus 3, actually 44. This is the right answer. But suppose I am going to be make a mistake. Suppose I am going to be getting maybe the 47, the answer. Again, I am going to perform the same operation where to find out I commit the mistake. So again from the starting onwards. Otherwise, ఇలా కాకుండా we are going to be divide the problem into the modules. Let us consider like that. So pieces 6 plus 7 plus 5, 12 plus 14 plus 12. Let us consider. This is one module, this is another module, this is another module, and this is another module. Right? Then I can easily identify how I am going to be getting the 47, right? Because where I am going to perform the mistake. 6 plus 12, 18, 18 plus 14, 20, 32, 32 plus 12, 42, right? So in this way I am going to be getting. Again, suppose 6 plus 12, 18 plus 12 plus 14, 26. This is 44. So by making the problem into the modules, we can easily manage and easily solve the problem. This is the reason for we are using the functions. The another reason is, suppose the second reason is, let us consider, we know that C language is a high level language and we write the C code or C program, right? It is not understandable by the hardware. It is not understandable by the hardware because the hardware or system can understand only the language which is in zeros and ones, that is machine language. To convert the high level language into the machine, in between there is a compiler. We know that this one. So the compiler converts the source code. We are going to be call this one as the source code into the object code. That means into the machine language. Now I ask one question to you. Suppose what is the capacity of the compiler? How much code will be converted at a time from high level language to machine level language? So suppose if you're not understanding, I repeat my question. What how many number of lines, right? Or we are going to call it a lines of code. So how lengthy or how big C program is converted at a stretch from high level language to machine level language. So here we are also estimate the capacity of the compiler. For our convenience, again repeat my question in Telugu. ఎంత పెద్ద సి ప్రోగ్రాము ఒకేసారి కంపైలర్ ద్వారా హై లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజ్లో నుంచి మిషన్ లెవెల్ లాంగ్వేజ్లోకి మార్చబడుతుంది? సో ది కంపైలర్ ఆల్సో హ్యాస్ సర్టన్ లిమిటేషన్. సో very big programs are not converted into the machine language at a time. Hence, that is a problem. Suppose let us consider the my language or my program has the 200 lines of the code. The compiler capacity is 50 lines at a time. It will convert from high level language to machine level language. In this case, my program is not executed by the compiler or not processed by the compiler. Hence, what I do, for ease of understanding, I am going to divide my program into the modules. That means 50 lines, one module, and 50 lines another module, and one more 50 lines another module, 50 lines of code another module. Like that I divide the program into the module wise. I am going to be execute each and every module. ఓ పెద్ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ని చిన్న చిన్న ముక్కలుగా చేసి ప్రతి ముక్కని కూడా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయగలను. ఇప్పుడు కంపైలర్ కూడా ఇబ్బంది లేకుండా ప్రతిదాన్ని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయగలుగుతుంది. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంటిగ్రేట్ ది రిజల్ట్స్. ఇందాక చెప్పినట్లు ఈ ప్రతి ముక్కని ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయటం ద్వారా వచ్చిన రిజల్ట్స్ నేను కలిపితే మెయిన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్కి సొల్యూషన్ వస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హియర్ వాట్ ఐ డూ ఇన్ ది అబోవ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, I divide the addition into the module wise, and I am going to be perform each and every module, process each and every module. After that I am going to be adding this one. I am going to be getting the right answer, that is the result. In this way we are going to be modularize the programming. This is the best example. So for this especially, there are several uses for the functions. The main use of the function is modularity. So to get the modularity, we are using the functions, and we know that the functions are two types in C language. One is the predefined functions, predefined functions, and another one is the user defined functions. So, what do you mean by the predefined functions? The predefined functions means for these functions, the code is written by the someone, that means who are developing the compiler, those are writing the code and keep it in a compiler. For example, printf. Printf means actually in the compiler, when you call the printf, one program, one program associated to the printf is executed. Right? In the same way, scanf. For scanf, in a compiler, another program is there. When we call the function, actually this code is executed. Right? These are the predefined functions. The second one is user defined functions. What do you mean by the user defined functions? For our requirement, we are going to be write our own functions in C language. We are writing own functions in our C language. When we write the functions, we should remember the following are the 3 points. The first point is we are declare the function. Declare the function in main program. The second one is calling the function. We are call the function in main program or within other functions. The third one is very important, defining the function. That means we are actually write the code for the function. For example, let us consider this is the main program. I am writing an example. After that, I will show to you the actual code, write actual code on live and execute it for your understanding main. Here I am going to write void suppose x, y, z. So this is the declaration. I am going to be declare the function in main program. Right? You can understand this is the declaration. Right? Next, in the main program, at the part of the instructions, I am going to write the instructions. I am called XYZ like that. So this is the return type or data type. Let us consider. So this is the function calling. So the declaration and function calling are in the main program. What is the definition? I am going to be write the definition means actually I am going to write the code for the function xyz. So I am going to be variable declaration for this function and instructions, right? So this is the definition, function definition. What happens? Suppose we are going to be do like that. When the function declaration says to the compiler such a function to be used in our program, ఇటువంటి ఫంక్షన్ని మన ప్రోగ్రాంలో వాడబోతున్నాము అని కంపైలర్కి ముందే ఒక ఇండికేషన్ ఉంటుంది. వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ వెన్ యు కాల్ ద ఫంక్షన్? మనం ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేసినప్పుడు ప్రోగ్రామ్ కంట్రోల్ అనేది ఫ్రమ్ మెయిన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ టు ది ఫంక్షన్కి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ అవుతుంది. ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ కంట్రోల్ ఈజ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ టు ద మెయిన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ టు ద ఫంక్షన్ అండ్ దిస్ ఫంక్షన్ ఈజ్ executed processed. After completing the function execution, the control backs to the next instruction, right? Next instruction within the main program or calling program. ఫంక్షన్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయిపోగానే మళ్ళీ ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కంట్రోల్ మనం ఫంక్షన్ ఎక్కడికి పిలిచామో ఆ పిలిచిన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ తర్వాత ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్కి వెళుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు బి consider this is the main. So here I am going to be call xyz, right? This is the next instruction that is considered after the function, and this is the xyz function definition. So here this will happen, the program control transfer to here. After execution, the program control back to the next instruction. Hence this function, main function is called calling function. కాబట్టి దీన్ని పిలిచిన ఫంక్షన్ అంటాము. This user defined function is known as called function. పిలవబడిన ఫంక్షన్ అని మనం అంటాము. This is the basic concepts about the functions in C language. Please, any doubts, please free to communicate with me. For our convenience, I divide this concept into the three concepts. That is, this is the introduction. The next one is the call by value. The next one is the call by reference. In further videos, I am going to be keep call by value and call by reference about the functions. Okay, friends, I hope you can understand. Thank you.